Good morning to you all. I am Ayumi Kuruppu from Kothalavala Defence University. The topic of my research today is a study on effectiveness in online teaching teachers' perspectives. This is the outline of my presentation today. Under the topic of my research, it has focused on three aspects such as online teaching, teachers' perspectives, and effectiveness. From the first online correspondence courses started up to now, the online teaching and learning has emerged triumphant as a viable education system in the world. Today, distant education has become more sophisticated and accessible due to the digital technology development. Online education has extensively started in 20th century in the world, focusing on the education in universities and colleges in Western and Asian countries. Nevertheless, use of online teaching in the field of education in Sri Lanka was very much new to the education system until the past lockdown period. However, in Sri Lanka, online teaching has become significant due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. The study aims to find out the effectiveness of online teaching from the teachers' perspectives and apply blended learning to achieve the educational goals in Sri Lanka. Rationale of the study. Since I am in the field of teaching and the experiences which I had when conducting the online sessions, I was inspired to study the experiences and attitudes of teachers in schools on online teaching. As online teaching is a new pedagogical process to apply for the success of educational goals in Sri Lanka due to the pandemic situation, conducting online teaching has been differently affected the teachers in applying it due to many reasons. But it has noticed that some of the teachers in the field of education has easily adapted to the online teaching from the traditional classroom environment while others may find transition as such challenging. It is obvious that traditional teaching still dominates the global education environment. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, the mode of teaching had changed into online teaching mode all over the world without any prior notice. According to Noor and Miguel, online learning may restrict students to share experiences pertaining to organizational, cultural style, and cross-culture exchange. Tsiolkovsky mentions that online learning is a novel social process that has been used as the alternative for the traditional face-to-face classroom teaching. But in the viewpoint of replacement procedures, it has been considered as disruptive process. Nicole stated that online learning is a set of integration of various types of technologies. When considered in the Sri Lankan context, it was difficult to find research conducted on online teaching, focusing on social school education sector. Most of the researches were conducted on focusing on the higher education system. According to Leno Gunawardena and others, infrastructure facilities are the major barriers for online learning in higher education, and when implementing the online teaching, it has identified that the level of computer literacy and lack of local language contents also as barriers. As per the research conducted by Hewagamage and others, the most significant challenge in online education is the use of same offline curriculum. The research the researchers' objectives of the study was to evaluate the teachers' perceptions of the effectiveness of online teaching. And the research questions focused in the study are how to apply blended learning and for the betterment of the students and what factors affect on online teaching practice. When focusing the significance of the study, it seems that the online teaching and learning has become the most significant strategy to achieve the goals in education due to the pandemic situation. This study helps to identify the teacher's perception on use of blended learning while opening the paths for the best practices in teaching process. In this study survey method was used to collect data following a questionnaire. The questionnaire was distributed to the sample via the Google Forms platform. The sample consisted with 35 government teachers from UVA and central provinces who were selected through convenience sampling. To analyze the data, the Microsoft Excel data analysis system was used. Analysis and presentation of data. The teaching experience of the selected study sample is as illustrated in this pie chart. It is observed that 51% of the sample are with more than 20 years experience in teaching and 6% of the sample are less than 5 years of experience. In this bar graph, it represents the subjects that respondents teach in schools. It is noteworthy that the majority of the respondents are English teachers. The pie chart shows the results of whether the respondents have followed any IT courses, and it depicts that more than half of the respondents have followed IT courses, while the percentage of 46 have not followed any computer courses previously. When we look at the bar graph, it is highlighted that the 46.75% of the teachers use Zoom, followed by Teams platform. Compared to the teaching platforms of Zoom and Teams with the other online teaching methods, a lesser number of participants use asynchronous methods such as WhatsApp and Facebook. This suggests that there is a higher tendency of using the synchronous online methods for the online teaching. The bar graph on use of IT for professional activities shows high percentage in use of IT for daily professional activities, whereas only 22.8% rarely used. The other chart illustrates the first use of blended learning for their teaching. It is evident that 42.8% have used online teaching during the lockdown period and 37.1% have used even before. Yet, 11% of the respondents have never used the online teaching. However, it is noticed 8.5% respondents have started online teaching during the new normal situation as blended learning. When focusing on this graph, it is evident that respondents use different strategies to conduct online teaching sessions, and most of them were used to upload the lesson contents. And it is highlighted that 9 out of 35 respondents were used to upload the lessons with audios. Further, less number of participants use asynchronous communication for the online teaching. The responses to the statement of mechanism of online teaching, the higher number of participants agreed that online teaching is an excellent mechanism to encourage them. Also, the same percentage of respondents remain neutral as for the agreement on the statement, while 9 respondents disagreeing on the statement. Next paragraph shows more than a half of the respondents believe that their computer skills have been developed with the starting of online teaching. Few of the respondents disagreed on it, while 7 remaining neither agree nor disagree. According to the results in this graph for the statement on motivation towards creating online lessons and scheduling on online work, it proves that a higher percentage of respondents agreed on statement. However, the results in the other graph shows that only 28.6% of respondents have agreed that the students' response during the online classes have been improved, while 40% of the respondents showing disagreement towards it. Next, I would like to focus on your attention on the teachers' attitudes towards the use of blended learning in classrooms. It is noteworthy that the majority of the respondents have positively respond to the question and agreeing on use of blended learning in classroom, and it opens the doors to think differently on teachers training. Also, it shows that the teachers are highly motivated in applying blended learning to their teaching process according to the illustrated results in the other chart. These results show the positive aspects of the teachers on online teaching. In answering the question to the personal opinion on use of online teaching, the most of the opinions were positive towards using online teaching if the facilities and the proper training is given to the teachers as well as the students. Only two respondents had mentioned that it is not suitable to Sri Lanka, pointing out that students misuse the internet due to the online teaching. Accordingly, it can be concluded that there is a significant improvement in using online teaching and it has stimulated the teachers to practice it along with the traditional in-class teaching when necessary. Also, it has revealed that the teachers are motivated to enhance their computer skills for their career development if the facilities are available. There is a strong need of organizing workshops and seminars for the teachers to develop their computer skills to make them equipped with online teaching and handling internet. Since majority of the teachers and the students have no computer facilities, it is important to look into a system of providing facilities to every teacher by promoting loan schemes to make online teaching more interactive to make it successful. Students should be trained to learn with blended learning strategies to overcome the challenges faced in different learning modes. Thank you.